Hello everyone. Today I thought about doing tarot for different life path numbers. In this video, I'm going to tell you of what the life path number are, and you can Google the traits of that life path number whenever you feel like. But I'm going to tell you I'm going to draw one major arcana card, which is one major secret that they must know about themselves for whatever the spirit wants to tell them. There are two questions that would be popping up in your mind. A, what is a life path number? And B, who are these spirits? A life path number is basically calculated on the basis of your date of birth. So if per se your date of birth is 5th January 1989, which is my date of birth, you add all the numbers, which is 0 plus 5 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9. And you reduce, the aim is to reduce this number to a single number, except for if it is 11, 22 or 33. You do not reduce these numbers. So in all, there are life path numbers ranging from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 11, 22 and 33. When I said 33, the time over here was 1 minute and 33 seconds. That's the power of numbers. There are often times that you may see a lot of numbers on your screen: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. You know, all these numbers do have a meaning, and I'm going to tell you about it towards the end of this video, or probably in the middle. You'll have to see the whole video. That's the challenge. And do pass on whatever information you think is necessary to whoever it is necessary for. Okay, so without any further ado, let me just start giving you an example and lead you to the major arcana feelings that I am having or I'm drawn to. So first of all, let us know how to calculate the life path number. As I told you, you have to reduce the number to a particular single digit number, except for if it is 11, 22 or 33. How do you do that? For example, the date of birth is the date today. For example, 14th May 1990. I'm just taking an example. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 plus 9 is 20. 20 plus 9 is 29. And 2 plus 9 is 11. You do not reduce that further. So that 11 number falls under the life path number 11. You should Google these life path numbers. They will tell you a lot about yourselves, and it's an eternal discovery. You guys are going to love knowing this about yourself. More than zodiac signs, if I may say, life path numbers are more accurate. They'll actually give you a reason to why you do a particular thing that is probably annoying you for some kind of a reason. Now, who are these spirits? Spirits basically are any positive energy that you may believe in. It could be your ancestors who've given up their place on earth and become something else, or have gone to God. It could be, I'm just reading that it could be a departed soul who's gone too soon. It could be your deity. It could be any kind of a positive energy that is passing the cosmos and is familiar with your body, familiar with your soul. I know this is kind of weird, that what are we talking about, souls now? Yes, we are. I firmly believe that every soul has a long journey, and I guess this particular session is just going to give you a lot of relaxation. Trust you me, you're going to find it quite interesting. So let's get on with number 1. And for number 1, I might have to wear my specs. Sorry. So life path number 1, I'm going to draw a major arcana card for life path number 1. Okay, strength. That's a very positive card. Now if you see, this is an elephant. An elephant has the utmost strength. And if we talk about elephants, it is also said and believed that they are the most intelligent species, and they are truly the king of the jungle, and they are very patient when it comes to life. They are very, very heavy on earth, which means that whatever they do has a lot of weightage. It's a strong personal character with high self-worth, confidence, and the very foundation of physical body. Of course, this person is, whoever you are, like, you're listening, you're a very strong person, and by strong, your spirits want you to know that whatever you're going through right now is a very, very could be a very tough situation, but you are a very strong person, so you need not worry about it. You would just go about it fine. It also indicates the quality of perseverance, courage, resolve, and inner strength that will see you through the hardest times, as I just said. It also indicates an ability to relate to others in an open and friendly manner, to deal with life and to the best of your ability. Now, I believe that the elephants can be really good friends with humans. I've seen a lot of videos and documentaries, and they say you read a card with whatever it resonates to you with. And I particularly feel that it is a beautiful, beautiful energy. I've always respected every being on this earth, be it a plant, be it an animal or an insect. And in terms of elephants, I feel that they're the most respect-deserving creatures, because they're very heavy, yet they're very jovial, and that's exactly how you're going to deal with this trouble. The trouble which has come up your way, or the trouble which is there on your way already, is going to go like this, because you are meant to just handle it like so. You're meant to be blessed with a lot of good energy and something that's just going to give you strength to combat it, to overcome it, to just run past through it, facing it in the, like, you know, in the face, looking it in the eyes and saying, you know, I can do this. Next, let's go to life path number 2. Guys, you can always calculate your life path number, as I told you in the beginning of the video, and then Google the traits. That will really help you. Messages for life path number 2. Messages for life path number 2. Messages for life path number 2. The Magician, opposite. Okay, so whenever a card is reversed in my reading, I take it as an opportunity to correct it, to upright it. I don't know why, but I feel that that card is, that energy is actually telling you that the things are actually in your hand. So predictions are not going to define the way you live. Predictions are only the way to show you where you're going right now, right? Predictions are a way to tell you, are a way to alarm you that these are the things that are going to come up in your way, and you need to plan accordingly. Magician as a card is a very strong card. It is derived from the energy of you know, that you can do anything. I associate myself to this card, Usha. Usha is the magician. She can do anything in life, and when this card is like this means that right now the situations in your life are very, very challenging, and in order to overcome that, you really need to focus on yourself. There is something that is not right now, and you know it. It's like you know it, that it's not right, and you need to make it right. How do you need to make it right? Let's see if you get an answer from what I'm going to read for you. Yes. This card indicates an inability to deal with changes that could lead to new and better things. This is a desire and hope of greater happiness. However, you need to challenge the inertia within yourself and tap into your potential to fulfill your destiny. Guidance can arrive through one's own intuition, or in the form of someone who brings about change or transformation. As I told you, this could be in your hand, and all you need to do is challenge yourself from within yourself. You need to think it through. You need to follow your intuition. Every person has a gut feeling. You need to follow your gut feeling. Life path number 2, you just need to follow your gut feeling. That's it. let's go off with life path number 3. The Chariot. Again, it's in reverse. The Chariot, I always associate this card with Krishna, and I believe that Krishna is Vishnu, and Vishnu is the strongest source of life of the three, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. I think Vishnu is the strongest source of life, and when I say he's the strongest source of life, I mean that he's somebody who is always looked up to in terms of the path that he's carved through his different avatars. And I feel that when he's not showing you the way, he's probably asking you to find your own way. He's probably asking you to find your own path and walk on it and trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your gut power again. But then here he's already laid out the rules for you. You know the rules. It's just that he's right now testing you. It's like somebody's teaching you how to cycle. When you are sitting on that seat for the first time and pedaling your way, they're holding you. But after a while, they just leave you to go on your path, and they're just watching you walk so that you don't fall. But always remember, if you fall, he's always there to catch you. He's always there to support you. He's always there to just hold you, right? I'm just going to read its meaning from the book so that I'm not missing on anything. Yeah, you're overwhelmed with the effort as you have struggled through a difficult and demanding time, battling against long odds to achieve the things that we need out of our lives. Allow yourself to look within and reclaim the balance, your own power, and to move forward with self-confidence. So again, he's just left you. He knows that he was with you throughout all these ups and downs, throughout these thick and thins, and he knows that once you'd be on your own, you'll be fine. You just need to trust yourself. You just need to trust the enabling power, and you just need to know that everything is going to be fine. And I personally also believe that this is a beautiful card. I believe that when Krishna was showing Arjun the way that, this is the way where you need to go, he always knew that Arjun had the capability of taking the right path, which was the reason he chose Arjun to show the path to. There were 4 other candidates, to be very honest with you. We all know how Mahabharata is, and we've seen all different 4 characters, and even 5th one, there was Draupadi also. But then everything was being fought for the woman, and so Krishna chose the man who was the most able. And if this card has been shown to you in the reverse position, does not mean that the supreme power has left you. It just means that the supreme power is trusting in you. It's trying to tell you that, yes, it is time and you can do it. Trust me, so you can do it. Now I'm going to move on to life path number 4. Again, how it's calculated is told to you right in the beginning. And you can also search your life path number on Google and know a lot about yourself. Please tell us something about the life path number 4. Tell us about the life path. Oh, okay. Oh, again, a card related to Krishna. So this card, Lovers, is basically a very, very affectionate card. It's in a romantic or a relationship oriented reading. This basically means that, true love and everything positive in terms of love and all. But right now this card is in reverse, and Lovers in reverse basically is not a bad energy per se, but it says that whatever relationship you are in, whatever partnerships that you are in, whatever thinking that is coming to you related to a negative thing around you, or something that you think, I won't use the word negative, if I may just say, if it is not appealing to you, then probably you're right. This card also focuses on your relationship, a moral and emotional dilemma. It literally asks you to pick up the right person. Basically, there are times in our lives when we are more focused on what what are we seeing as opposed to what do we really want to see. I could rather say that, you know, you don't have that able a voice. Your voice is not that good. And a person could perceive it as, यार इसको कुछ नहीं पता, ये गाती नहीं है, इसको क्या पता होगा. Or the other person could rather say, यार वो ऐसे क्यों कह रही है, let me just seek within me. I know the person's tone also matters, but what really right now matters is what is that one thing that is happening to you basis which you need to make this decision. What is that one thing that is happening to you basis how you are conducting yourself. You need to take that right decision. It is basically pushing you towards your own intuition, and it is asking you to take the right decision basis on what your gut feeling says, basis on what the logic says, basis weighing the different opportunities or the different sides of a coin that you may see. So do use your mind. It's an indication that you have better things around you. It's just that you cannot see them. Moving on to life path number 5. Life path number 5. Oh, the Fool. I really love this card. The Fool, or also known as Vidushak. जब हम एक कैडेट की स्टेज में होते हैं, when we are in the stage of being somebody, like for example when we are a student and we haven't reached the level of earning a job, we're always very nonchalant about certain things. We are always very how do I put it, carefree. We just want to just move ahead, apni dhunki pe sawar, you know, and that's not a bad thing at all. This is the zero card or in tarot. Zero means something that is nothing, you know, and this card is a beautiful card. It just tells you that tu chalta ja apni raah pe. You know, इससे मुझे वो गाना याद आता है, यूं ही चला चल रहा है, यूं ही चला चल रहा है, इतनी हसीन है ये दुनिया. So this card is trying to tell you that there's a lot that you are yet to see. A lot, and it's just telling you just keep walking and you'll find your path. There's nothing wrong in your life. You don't have to stop at every position. You don't have to think that, you know, अरे ये सही नहीं हो रहा है, अरे ये कैसे हो रहा है, अरे ये ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है. Don't think about all those things. Just keep on walking and you will find your path on your own. जब वो पाथ आएगा ना, तो तुम खुद रुक के पानी पियोगे, तुम खुद रुक के सब करोगे, तुम खुद रुकोगे. एंड कोई भी चीज़ कोइंसिडेंस से नहीं होगी. हर चीज़ जो ऊपर से टपक रही है ना, उसका कोई रीज़न है. एंड as strange as it may sound, I never used to believe in this, but everything happens for a reason. Everything. There was a time when I used to take everyone in good faith. I used to think, अरे ये बहुत अच्छे हैं, कोई बात नहीं, उससे गलती कर दी तो क्या हुआ, ये बहुत अच्छे हैं, अच्छा इसको भी छोड़ दो, ये बहुत अच्छे हैं. And then every time I used to think that ये बहुत अच्छे हैं, God used to actually correct me and say, ये बहुत अच्छे हैं, ये लो, ये बहुत अच्छे, ये लो, ये बहुत अच्छे, ये लो. And then I stopped doing that mistake. I stopped taking them in that kind of a spirit, and I started seeing the real faces. And that is exactly how I discovered what I need to do. And I don't have to play the blame game and put myself through that radar. Oh no, ये बंदा गलत था, तो इसके साथ मैं ऐसे करूँगी. I don't have to do anything wrong. Every person has his own karma. If the person is doing his or her karma, whatever he does is his choice. Whatever comes back to him is what he had done before. It's his destiny. So I believe in that. Hence, you should never do anything wrong to anybody, but you should remember what you're going through and what is happening to you. Now we go on to life path number 6. Life path number 6. We go on to life path number 6. Go on to life path number 6. The Hermit. Hermit is ऋषि. ऋषियों की सबसे खास बात ये होती है कि वो समाधि में जाते हैं, लीन हो जाते हैं. They concentrate. They find their inner self. They are somebody who don't have the choices, the gullible choices of the world. They are somebody who meditate find their own self within them own self. There's someone who trusts the energy of their own doings and they emerge from there. उनमें वो ग्लो, उनमें वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग, उनमें वो विजडम अपने अंदर से ही आती है. कई लोग कहते हैं कि ज़्यादा सोचने से कई लोगों की मति मारी जाती है, बट अगर तुम अपने अंदर ही वो आंसर्स को ढूंढो एंड यू जस्ट डोंट लेट एनीबडी एल्स इन्वेड योर इनर thinking process, I guess you find yourself here. You find yourself in his position, the Rishi, the Hermit. And if we may just know about the Hermit, it says that it's a spiritual and reassuring card, for he symbolizes withdrawal into one's own center point, where the directions of the inner voice, still inner voice, may be clearly heard. In a reading, the Hermit often suggests a need for time alone, which means that you need to spend some time with yourself. And it is also a period of reflection when distractions are limited. The Hermit stands for the still center that must be created for balance and harmony. In a reading, Hermit can represent a quest for deeper understanding or the truth of a situation. So my dear friend, if you are possibly stuck in a situation wherein you don't know what to do, guess the spirit is actually telling you that you've got the answer. You have the answer within you. There was a situation when I was very, very confused and I did not know what to do, and I was so damn confused that I drew this card and I read this thing and I slept over it. I started thinking about it when I was about to sleep, and I kept thinking about it. I couldn't sleep for an hour. After that I slept, and somehow I knew of what should I do, but I was not too confident on what should I do. So when the following morning when I woke up, it seemed as though that confusion was gone and I was clear, because my intuition said that pick this, because this has this, this has this, this has this, that has this, that option also has this, but this option is going to retain and going to be fruitful for you. So that is that. I'm going to do it for life path number 7. Life path number 7. You guys need to think of okay. Life path number 7, this is your card, the Hanged Man, and it is in reverse. This card has really gotten me through some really tough times. It actually signals a need to retreat in order to achieve what you want. It can also signal a refusal to accept reality. This card can also show that it is time for you to look at the situation from another angle. Issues will become clear, solutions to problems will be found. Stop resisting or opposing, and in doing so you will gain eventually. So there have been a lot of times when I have not taken a situation in a particular manner. I've always thought of the situation as something which is very, very demeaning, belittling, and something that shouldn't be there in my life at all. And towards the end of a situation, I found that, well, it's not that bad also, because when I applied my mind and when I thought of it as a situation that actually was there to make me see through a different lens, I realized that what it's trying to tell me is that you're not hanging in the middle. You have a solution with you. You have something, you have an answer. But it's just that you're not looking at it because probably your ego or your self-belief or whatever it is. But if you just leave that belief and if you just leave that ego or any other frame, you just off guard it, you'd realize that you have a very different situation at hand. And this could be very, very liberating for you. The moment you just look it from the lens of no filter lens, probably you'd be able to see the good in it. For example, a very, very small example, and you might call me mad for quoting this example. A house help which is working for you and she's working for you day in and day out, and due to lockdown you're not able to help her at all. You're not able to send her any money because you cannot meet her. You are risking it, but you can always call her, right? So the filter is that, oh, I can't reach her, how, and I can't call her possibly here, so I'm not going to give her money. Whenever she'll come, I'll give it to her. But right now is the time when she needs that money, when he needs that money. So you call her, you tell her कि मुझे अपने किसी दोस्त वगैरह का नंबर बताओ जहाँ मैं तुम्हें ये अमाउंट गूगल पे या पेटीएम कर सकूँ. अ डिफरेंट लेंस, अ नो फिल्टर लेंस. अगर तुम्हें ये काम करना है तो उसको करके दिखाओ. अगर तुमको लगता है कि ये चीज़ इस चीज़ के लिए बनी है तो वो चीज़ उसके लिए उसको फिट करके दिखाओ. नहीं होती, रेपरकशंस हैं, फेस इट. ऐसे भी कोई बड़ी बात नहीं होगी. बट हाँ, अगर तुम्हें लगता है तुम किसी चीज़ पे श्योरिटी पा रहे हो, थोड़ी सी श्योरिटी तुमको आ रही है, तो गो फॉर इट. just go for it, you know. Just change your perspective, probably think it through, and you'll have an answer. Now I'm going to go to life path number 8. I'm going to go to life path number 8. Life path number 8. The devil. So people always think that devil is a very bad card, and devil is the card of the baddest omen ever. I'll just read you through it and I will tell you that the devil is not really a bad card. Bound to a particular idea, material obsession and manipulation of power, Asura, the devil, is a wake-up call and acts as a warning to you of the dangers of being wrapped up in anything that is unhealthy. It could be relationships, habits, and situations. Basically, demons or asuras were actually devtas who fell for greed. And when they fell for greed, they fell from heaven to hell. And in the hell, they became those demons who had powers. Powers of not understanding what a greed could not give them. Okay, and whenever they are, so soon after that they realized, but they were still obsessed with the power of greed, the power of doing a sin and having fun with it. And so whenever they appear, whenever they are there in your dreams also, they're actually waking you up. They're actually trying to tell you that, you know, this is a wake-up call. You need to do this right and in the right manner. You might have often noticed that there are dreams wherein we are probably falling, or wherein we are facing somebody who's not good and we don't feel good about it at all. And those kinds of dreams are they basically wake you up. These dreams are actually a wake-up call for you. They're actually trying to tell you that you need to do something right, and it is pertaining to that particular dream. You need to decode it. Obviously, there are different ways to decode those dreams, but right now, life path number 8, it's trying to tell you that you need to wake up. Life path number 9. Let's see what do we have got. Life path number 9. Life path number 9, people are generally, they are not too aware of themselves, I've seen. And people who are aware, they're not too enthused about themselves. Okay. ऐसे निकला था ना. The Tower, Killer. Wait, let me first have some better light. Yeah. So Killer is basically, Killer old forts को कहा जाता है. An old school person who already has a lot of baggage. An old house which already has a lot of stores, a lot of storage. An old place which has already a lot of buried secrets. And this is exactly what a life path number 9 person is. And this is exactly the card that tells me about them. So life path number 9, if you're listening, then first of all, I'll suggest to read up about you, because the problems that you're facing are not just the problems that you are going through because of current scenarios. There are certain things that are hidden from you, and you really need to know things about yourself. So I'd urge you to read up about life path number 9. It's going to help you, trust you me. So, so it says that the tower may bring in unexpected change, a sudden shift in perceptions, a burst of insight, a seeing through illusions or plans being disrupted. Disillusionment and confusion are natural reactions to the tower card. However, the overthrow of an old way of life may lead to true enlightenment ahead. And I'll give you an example of why I think that this is a very right thing that you've got. Sometimes in lives, we are really irritated with the kind of energies that we are surrounded with. There are two ways to every situation. You can either take it in a wrong manner and move ahead and, have those kinds of repercussions around you. Or you can actually sourcefully look into the matter and pick the highway, pick the road that takes you to a better land, pick the road that will actually guide you for a better you. The focus should always be you. If you think that this particular thing is not good for you, then what you do is you think it through. You think the situation, you pick up the route wherein you think that you are going to do justice to yourself. Example, अगर आपको लगता है कि there are two parts. If somebody has done something horrible to you, there are two ways to get it. Either you take a revenge from that person, or you change the way you feel. You hear the person out, you talk it out. And if that does not work, you analyze the situation in such a manner that you do exactly the thing that is good for your growth. Keep your growth in the center of your mind, over here. If you keep it over here, nothing will go wrong. Your ego, the disillusioned self-respect, which is equal to ego, the kind of sacrifices that you're thinking you're going to make, everything is not going to come to you. But the only thing that is going to come to you, if you think from here, right in the center of your head, it's going to be the power of growth, the power that of the energy of choosing the right path. All you need to do is take control of your life in such a manner that you are thinking it through before you are enacting on that situation. Because if you make the same mistake as the person who's right opposite to you, you are kind of challenging the situation and making the negativity of the situation stick onto your life forever. It's not a cool thing. Now I'm going to go to life path number 11. Life path number 11 are born leaders. They have twice as much energy as life path number 1. Please do read about them. Life path number 11, 22 and 33 are the most special life path numbers. They are the highest life path numbers on this earth. So, life path number 11. 10 नहीं होता क्योंकि 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's 1. Life path number 11. Life path number 11. Life path number 11. Okay. We have the strength card for you again. होता है कभी कभी एक रीडिंग में strength 2 बार निकल सकता है. And again, I'm going to say that it's an elephant, and it's the pratik of a lot of strength, and it's the base, it's the dharohar of positive energy. See, every time the new adjectives that are going to come out of my mouth, I'm going to read this also, but I'm going to tell you that elephants are the most respected animals in the jungle. They always say jungle का राजा है वो राजा इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि वो बहुत बड़ा है. बड़ा तो जिराफ भी होता है, वो राजा इसलिए है क्योंकि and I'm not going to say Vardhan, Vardun and all that jazz, but I'm just going to say it from the energy of the animal itself. It's a very positive animal, it's a very jovial animal. Despite of so much of weight, this animal doesn't count his weight into his success. कि अरे जो हम इंसान बहुत ज़्यादा करते हैं, ये मोटा है, ये सक्सेसफुल नहीं होगा, ये पतला है, ये ऐसा ही रह जाएगा, माचिस की तीली बन जाएगा. That animal doesn't really fret over so much weight. It rather enjoys it. It knows that it's got big ears, but it also knows that it's got a beautiful appearance, which is unique, which is different, you know, and gathers a lot of strength because he's known to help others. And God gave him that much strength so that he could help others. The second biggest thing that I am drawing from this card right now is that is Gajamukha. Gajamukha Ganpati. Ganpati is going to take all the obstacles away from your life. So if there are any obstacles that are coming up in your life, and this is pertaining to only life path number 11 because it's just coming out right now, it's not pertaining to life path number 1, but it is somehow related because 1 and 11, as I told you, it's double. So hence right now. And Gajamukha, Ganpati is Vignaharta. Vignaharta is somebody who is not going to let obstacles come in your way. If there is any situation or a problem that you are facing right now, just remember Lord Ganpati. I'm not saying bhari bharkam puja karo or Ganpati ki bhakti mein leen ho jao. Just remember him and tell him that, you know, I don't know what I've done to deserve this obstacle, but if in case you can take it away, probably tell me how to do it and I'll do it. Please make me do it, and probably he'll come to your rescue. He's your man. Bhim, this card in this book is also known as Bhim. Bhim is this character from Mahabharata. I'm going to read about him also. The name Bhim brings to mind images of a young, strong prince equally well known for his physical strength as he was for his strength of character. Do you hear me? The eye of the elephant opens to the battlefields of Kurukshetra, where the Kauravas and the Pandavas fought the epic battle described as Mahabharata. This is a very, very extremely beautiful insight to this particular card. Bhim also denotes a strong personal character with high self-belief, high self-worth and confidence, and it is the very foundation of the physical body. The card indicates quality of perseverance, courage, resolve, and inner strength that will see you through your hardest times. It also indicates an ability to relate to others in an open and friendly way and to deal with life to the best of your ability. So if in case you're also seeing somebody in a situation wherein you could probably help that particular person, why not? It's just going to add on to the peace of your mind. If you do some good for somebody else, it just adds on to your peace of mind. But don't forget yourself, because if you're not standing on firm grounds, you will not be able to help the other person. Come on. I'm going to talk about life path number 22 now. Guys, you can always add up your date of birth in order to know your life path numbers. If in case it comes out to be 11, 22 or 33, you do not reduce the number further. That is your life path number. This is life path number 22, the second last of the lot. I'm going to draw a card for you guys. Oh, well. Initially we had the Chariot in reverse. Now we have Chariot out in front. It is actually showing you the way. Whatever you're doing right now is actually showing you the way. You're on the right path. This is what I think and I would like to believe. Because this card is a very strong card and I'm drawing only major arcana cards, no minor arcana cards, because I believe that this is the major energy that you need to draw yourself to. The Chariot is a card which contains great dynamism, strength and power. Often when it comes in a reading, it indicates struggles we have with ourselves and with life. The card is very motivating as it indicates that the current has successfully integrated the life lessons of the first 6 cards and will now move towards balance and harmony. It also indicates positive changes that will be beneficial and bring triumph and success with them. To be honest, as I was reading this, I remembered that one scene in Mahabharata wherein Arjun asked Krishna that, I'm not going to kill my uncle. Why should I kill my uncle? There were times that I've spent with this man, and I don't think he's bad. But Krishna tells him that in a battleground, this man is not your uncle. He is your he's from the opposite party. He's your foe. He's not your friend. And if you are not going to take the upper hand on him, he probably would. And if he defeats you in this thing, then you might get defeated and you will regret it, because at the end of the day, this war is for a reason, and you need to know that reason. You need to focus on that reason, and that particular energy is this card's energy. It's just telling me that the battle is happening for a reason. Whatever is happening in front of you is happening for a reason. So don't just pity someone and say कि अरे इसने तो मेरे साथ अच्छा किया था, मैं इसके साथ बुरा नहीं करूँगा. Just go with the logic. Whatever you are doing, don't just पीछे मत हटो उस चीज़ से. If you've taken that step, just take it completely. If you've said something, complete the line. If you want to lay emphasis on something particular, do it. There's no stopping. There's no looking back. There's not a single thing that should ask you to derail your motives, to just stop, to just turn back. Why should you? Don't do it. The reason that you're on this path is because you are seeing new things in life. You're going to discover new things. And as I said in this reading earlier also, that there are a lot of things that are just coming up in your life, that are just gifting you a different mode of awakening. जैसे जैसे आप वो रास्ता कवर करते जाओगे, आपको बाजू में क्या है वो दिखता जाएगा. And by the time you'll reach the end point, you'd have experienced the entire road. So don't just stop or change now. You've really come afar, and you really need to focus on yourself. Life path number 33. This will be the last one. Life path number 33. Life path number 33. What are we getting for them? Let's see. I really need to know this now. Life path number 33. 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 जान के नहीं आएगा. सारे कार्ड्स का फ्लिप करा है, मेरे कार्ड का नहीं होगा. जो लास्ट में है उसका नहीं होगा. Thank you. Oh, we've got this card already. Let me draw another one. Actually, I think this is the card. We've got two cards. I drew two cards because I thought that this is already there, but I didn't realize that this is the Hermit. But it's also with this card, which is also a good card. Death is not a bad card, and Death is in reverse. So first, I think I will read Death in reverse because that is the base card, and above it is the main intention. Death in reverse signifies a transition, a prolonged upheaval, or an unpleasant change. Perhaps it even brings a whole new set of principles which will guide you spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and help you to break new grounds. This particular card is actually trying to tell you that these things are going to be handled differently and beautifully, and it's going to be an awakening that you may never have had. And the Hermit is basically urging you to look within yourself for an answer. So you're going to go through a situation which is strangely not a situation that you were expecting. But if you look for the answer within you, you'll get it why it happened to you. And that's that. Quite strangely, but yes, you've nailed it. But if you want to avoid this card, you can. It's just a base card. But this actually is trying to tell you that the time has come wherein you need to sit with yourself alone. You need to anticipate why are you going through so much emotional turmoil. You need to identify that terminology for yourself. You need to think it through. You need to think through the situations that are happening in your life, but you need to take it lightly, and you need to analyze them deep within yourself. Discussing it with a lot of people will only give you a lot of perspectives, but the perspective that you really need and you really need to honor is yours. So you really need to identify this before you move ahead in your life. And these kind of situations will dawn upon you at every stage of life. But what is more important and the most essential is for you to understand why is this happening to you. Why is this taking a toll on you? If you identify that once, then from the next time onwards, you're not going to complain. You're only going to be seeking that inner strength. You're only going to count on yourself. You're not going to need anybody else. It actually tells you that you alone are enough for yourself, and that is exactly what this card means. So that is all, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and now I'm going to tell you the reason why I did it for life path numbers as opposed to a lot of other things that keep happening. I thought that I'd introduce you to a new thing called life path numbers. There are 3 kinds of zodiac signs. There's sun, there's moon, there's rising. The most accurate, some people call it rising, because it takes care of both sun, moon and all the nakshastras or whatever. But I think life path number is a very strong way to actually determine who you are, who you've been, what is that one reason why you took this birth, and how are you going to be throughout your life. And basis that, these cards were the cards that will give you strength to know what's in store for you aage in life. And these cards are completely timeless. Whenever you open this video, you just get drawn to your particular card and particular number, and you'll find this reading over there. And I really hope that I have given the answers to a lot of you guys. If I haven't, then probably it could be a situation that hasn't really come on to you as of now. You could probably wait or just ignore it, whatever the case may be. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, then please do spread it. There's no need to like, share and subscribe, because this is not going on my YouTube channel. Okay, bye, good night.